Hello and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Revelation. So we have completed our first round of, farming for iron and stuff. We did get quite a bit of materials. I'm going to start repairing some stuff as well. I need to repair it. And then I'm going to go and show you a few things about EnderIO progression. So we're going to do that. Let me just repair a few things first. And then I will meet you downstairs at Bedrock. Alright, here we are at Bedrock, and I wanted to just explain a little bit about EnderIO and some of the gating behind the latest iteration of that mod. So we do need to have something called Grains of Infinity, which is this right here. And if you look at it, it says we need to have flint and steel and bedrock, and it shows like fire on top of bedrock with a percentage less than 50% chance of getting Grains of Infinity. So all you need to do is actually just throw some fire on bedrock and let it burn out. And we should get at least one from one of these three flames. It does take a little bit of time. Like there's one we didn't get. But when it does spawn them, which is less than 50% chance. So 1 in 3 should be a good amount of odds for us. There's one right there. And then this last one may or may not produce it. Let's see. It takes a while. So while this is going, there we go. I find the best thing to do is actually just get like a bunch of them going at one time. Oops. And then we'll see what happens with. Should spawn at least 2 or 3 from this batch, but it is kind of a pain. It's only just to get started with EnderIO. If we look at what this produces, there's 2 right there. So from this, we get to have things like there's the voltaic cells, but simple machine chassis, and also the bimetal gear, even for the basic capacitor, are some things we need to get from this particular resource. So in order to get some of the early game machines, we need to actually build this simple machine chassis, and then I believe it's like, yeah, we can build our sag mill, and we can also build our Stirling generator and alloy smelter. These 3 things are going to be important. Not so much the generator, but at least the alloy smelter and the sag mill. And once we have our alloy smelter, we can start making the bigger version of that, which is the, I guess, regular version of it. So in order to get this regular version, we need to have the energized bimetal gears, which requires energetic alloy, which requires the use of the alloy smelter, plus glowstone and gold. So that's those are all requirements, and we can read about it a little more. But there are 2 versions. We can use the old version and upgrade it to the regular version as well. So there is a possibility of getting that. It does require the energetic alloy. So I'm not sure what the negative side of that is. I'm not sure if it's slower or not. We'll see. So that's just one part of it, getting progression going. So we'll work on in this episode a couple more things, but I'm gonna head back to the top and then we'll meet up there. Alright, I'm back up at the base. Let's open up this up. Let's go outside. I think there's some creepers, because I did go overnight. Spider. Let's kill this guy. This is actually going pretty well, these plants. I need to work in my garden. But in this episode I want to do a couple of things. The main thing I want to do is get some better stuff for traveling, because I did run out of space like twice while I was down farming up. So I definitely want to get a backpack, and I'm also need to upgrade some more stuff. Maybe some iron additions to our armor. That would be good. And I do want to do a few things of like minor automation. Let's kill this guy before he destroys our base. Having a nice iron sword helps out with these guys. Only 3 hits instead of 4. Alright, so we did get quite a... Yeah, we have a pretty good amount of charcoal now. I do need to go out and farm. I do want to make a... I want to make an unpowered farming... or tree farm. So just a way to farm up trees without using power. And there's a method I'm going to use for that. So we'll actually work on that in this episode as well. But the first thing I want to do is get some slime boots, because I want to travel a little bit and then gather some trees to bring back here for the tree farm. So let's make some slime boots. They are not too hard to make. It's just a little bit of slime. Forge them? Oh, okay. That's the wrong ones. Those are probably the wrong ones. Let's look for the boots. Oh, those are cores. Okay. We could do the cores. They have bouncy on them. I don't know if bouncy is going to let us fall from a long height. Yes, let's try that. Let's try to do add a modification to our boots. Let's make we want to do plates. Let's get our book out, and then we'll see. See what the best one is for slime. We have blue slime. So the plates, you lose a lot of durability. The core, you get a lot of durability, not so much in defense. Trim is not bad. Right now we have, I think, wood trim. So wood trim is 0.5 durability. But if we had boots, we also get the slimy. But we also get 12 durability. So let's make a wood trim. Actually, I think we have stone trim. That's right. Let's make the, let's see, how do we make this? Blue slime. Be one of these. I think it's just, yeah, 4 slime balls, a sand, and a dirt. Okay. We can do that. We'll just make 2 of them, just in case. We need some sand and some dirt. Alright, we need to smelt it up now. We do have another bread. We can make the trim. I'll need some stone as well for another project that we're going to work on in this episode. Alright, so let's put in the trim one. We just need 1 or need 2? Yeah, we just need 1. Okay. And let's throw it on our boots. I don't know if it's beneficial beyond the boots. Wait, what am I doing here? So let's see, we have 108 durability, 5 defense. So we put this on here. We have same defense, but we have 225 durability. That's not too bad. And we get slimy. Is that the same thing as bounce? Let's find out. So with the slime boots, if I jump in the air and instead of taking fall damage, I just bounce. Nope, I'm not taking, okay, I'm still taking fall damage. So that's not going to work out for what we needed to do. Is it just the green ones? Nope, they're both slimy. Oh, bounce is the core. Okay. Oh. Well, we'll do that too. We'll just make a core. So in order to make the core, we're gonna need, let's look at this here. Boots core. We need 4 materials. I don't know if we have 4. Yeah, we do have 4. Okay, just enough. Plus the one that's already in the furnace. Let's make a couple more. Let's split these up. Let's just take out this one too. Put one here. Two, 3, and 4. All right. Let's put the core in here. Let's attach it to our boots. We're gonna lose defense, but that's all right. Yeah, we're down to 1.8. That's fine. We get the bounce ability though, which is what we're gonna need, and it's better than the actual boots. So let's test it out now. If I jump in the air, there we go. That's what we want. It's gonna help us travel a lot faster. We can just jump in the air and then just bounce our way to the next place we need to go. Not that far. Okay, let's what we need is some trees that are just 1 tall. I think the iron trees are pretty good. The iron trees, which are somewhere around here. Oh, I saw a few of them. Maybe it's these right here. Yep, ironwood trees. Okay. We don't have our axe with us, so let's go get our axe. You do burn through some of your endurance with that. Let's get our axe. Oh, before we do that, let's talk about what we got. Okay, so I did get some lapis. I did get some gold. We got a lot of iron. We got some tin, nickel, which we're not going to work on right now, but we will work on sled, and here's some more iron, and some copper, and some silver. So these are things we're going to work on right now inside of the furnace. I do want to take care of that first though. We also have some grains of infinity. We have 9. We also have 3 diamonds we got from down there. We did get one of these resonating crystals, which I am going to use in this episode. I'm going to work on that project here next. Let's get let's get our axe, and then we can go get some trees. And the trees are going to be for our little project, which is going to be a Powerless tree farm. Then we'll work on a backpack as well. There's a beehive up there. Okay. Alright, we got quite a bit of those iron berries. Those you can turn into iron eventually. I think each iron berry turns into a nugget, if I'm not mistaken. Need this crushing, yeah, ironberry juice, which we can then put into a squeezer. And we get tiny piles of iron dust. Maybe not. I don't know, there's a method. Oh, there you go. Iron berries into juice, and then with that, biomass. Oh, drying basin. There we go. Then we get the tiny piles of iron dust, which turn into large iron. So that's going to be a nice little thing to get going as well. And all this we unpowered, so we'll have this unpowered method of doing that same thing. So let's sleep through this night, and then we will work on this project. If you saw my bottom down here, I did pick up one of those crystals, those air crystals down there. I accidentally hit one of those, and I got the air crystal, and this thing pops up telling you that you will be inspired if you rest. And so I did rest, and I got this strange dream, which I quickly wrote down into this book here called Strange Dreams. And it's just talking about a little further progression, which we won't get into just yet. I'll put it in here for now. But it's going to be for Thaumcraft. So this is a Thaumcraft thing. Let's put this away. Let's put the bees away. The bees will be nice to get into later too. Lots of things to get into, but we're just starting, so we have plenty of time to get into the other areas of the game. So what we're gonna do now is work on the tree farm, but I'm gonna need some one more of those crystals. So in order to get this going, let's get some iron smelting. And actually, while we're doing this too, we can get the automation going for the iron. So let's get some redstone as well. There's some iron in here. We do have some iron left in there. I got blood in here for something. I think something fell in there, like maybe a spider, and then added some blood, which we don't need right now. So what we're going to need is a mechanical user, which requires one of these resonating crystals. I think we just need one. We're also going to need from RF tools. No, it's not that. It's the scanner, which is also from extra utilities. So we need a spider eye scanner, and so we'll get those. Let's get those going first. Those two things. So let's make our scanner, and that requires a dropper, right? Yeah, dropper. So we need some stone. And also, I think the other one needs a dropper as well. Yep, so 2 droppers. Alright, and we will need to make a stick or a lever. And also, yeah, so that's going to be it for the mechanical user, which we can use for a lot of things. We'll definitely get our use out of this block. So scanner, we need an eye, spider eye, which I think we can get the spider eyes from the small the small spiders as well. So we did spawn near one of those trees that spawns the spiders. So over here, there's a tree up here. Lots of food. No shortage of food. Probably to the point where actually I don't even need to have a garden just yet. Let's get up here. Is it tree up here, I think? I think I saw it up here, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's the one over here. So there's these little trees that spawn the small spiders. And it has to be one of the Thaumcraft trees that has spider webs inside of it. Yeah, I don't see that tree anywhere around here. So maybe it's the one over here. jump. So I like these boots, make travel so much easier. Alright, so does this have spider webs in it? Yeah, there we go. These guys do poison. So be careful. Nope, we got the can we convert these into? Yeah, spider eyes. We just need 2 of them. Alright. Let's get one more. Let's just heal up a little bit. We have a chest in here too, which we can't get into until we break that spawner. I'm gonna try to find a way to move this spawner. As you can see, that has spider webs in that tree. Nope, not what I needed. So we have the spider webs in a tree. If they didn't have spiders in a tree, then it would just be a normal tree from Thaumcraft. Right, did I get what I needed? Yeah, I got 2 of them. So we can combine these 2 like this, I think. Yeah, there we go. Spider. Oh, we got our spider already. So we actually didn't need to do that. That's all right. So we'll come back here later if we need more spider parts. There's some sheep. Well, we don't need sheep anymore. Let's get out of this hole. So if you right click on this sword and hold it down, it kind of slingshots you. There's a slingshot you can get for the slimes, but this sword makes it just so much nicer to travel. And we're here. Alright, so we have a spider eye, our dropper, and redstone. Okay, so we have that. We have some redstone to make the other parts to this. We're going to need to make an axe. Actually, we'll just use the one we have now. Some space here. I'm going to actually build this, and then I'll come back when I'm done building it. That'll probably be the best thing to do. Alright, I am back, and this is the setup here. So it's very simple. We have this mechanical user here, and a second one here, and then a scanner here. So what we want to do is we want to have this. Let's just put this down. Let's grow this tree to full height. I made a water bucket just so I can speed this up. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to say when this block, which is ironwood, is present, then send the redstone signal to this mechanical user. So for this, we want to throw in this lumber axe, and it could be any of this version. I'm actually going to upgrade this eventually to a higher level. We want to do redstone on, and we want to do use item on block and left click. There we go. And so now what we need to do is collect the items, which we have this right here. It's called range collector, and it's from Gadgetry Machines. And it's probably the cheapest range collector type thing you can get. So we can put one here, and we can put one back here somewhere, probably over here. They'll both collect stuff. There we go, we got some berries. So as stuff drops, it'll be collected, and so on and so forth. Now the last piece we need to do is just fill this up with saplings. And we can do, let's see, we need to place block. And that's good. We can do random slot, that's fine. Random slot will just pick anything that has something in it and just place it down that way. So it's going to continuously place blocks when there's a chance to place them. And this will chop them on redstone signal. And this will get a redstone signal whenever this turns into an iron wood block. So when it actually grows up, it'll turn into a redstone signal. Now, the only thing we can do to automate this even further is to pipe out items into a chest and then pipe the saplings back into this. So as we, this will never end with saplings, and these will always kind of fill up after a while. But if we have a chest somewhere to pipe things into, then we'll be fine. So it does require a little bit of, further refinement to this system to make it fully automated and kind of hands off. But for now, I mean, this is powerless, so it's all the collection is automatic. All of the planting the tree and the chopping the tree is automatic. And then we can fill this up with more axes so that they'll be available to use whenever it becomes free. But it seems like it didn't use up any of the X. And actually what this is going to do, I think this might actually increase our XP. So let's speed this process up. Now for some reason it doesn't, the fast leaf decay does not work with this process. So it's just very, very odd. Let's speed this up and then I'll show you this whole thing in motion. We could put a third mechanical user that could drop on it some, it could quickly grow this tree with some bone meal, but that's kind of unnecessary. There we go. It just replanted it, chopped it down, replanted it, and the good thing about this is that this is not going to really grow until this tree breaks apart a little bit. So it's going to start the growth process whenever this tree is broken apart and there's more sunlight hitting it. I could put down a torch, which would continuously speed up the growth pattern. I might lose some of these saplings though with that. I'm just going to keep that in mind. But as you can see, we have wood now. And all we need to do now is just pipe these things out into a chest. And I think we'll be fine after that. We will have a good source of wood. We'll have these iron berries, and we'll have the saplings. But this is it. This is a powerless tree farm. And it's all automated. And it's all made possible with this early on with this gadgetry machine, range collector. There is a range collector with actually additions, but it cost 2 ender pearls, which is not something we have access to this early on. We also need to get the void crystals, which means we need to have the atomic reconstructor going as well. So that's all, fine and dandy, but at that point we're definitely going to be crafting a fully blown tree farm at that point in time. But yeah, so this is it. All right, so let's go on to the next project. Okay, so the next thing we're going to work on is just something to keep us from filling up our inventories. There are some options, and some options are unfortunately disabled in this mod pack for various reasons. So we have the iron backpacks, which are these down here, which are pretty nice. You start off with a basic backpack, then you can increase it in size up to diamond, and you get several, you get a lot of space with that. But there's also the ones from forestry, which have specific tyings to it, like mining and I don't know, there's like hunting. So different items will go into these backpacks. There's also the Project Red ones here, which are actually pretty easy to make. They just require a decent amount of string and then a little bit of wood. So there's those right here, which we might dive into, but there's also the sacks, the knapsack from Construct's Armory. This one does require a rabbit hide, so we have to go find a desert to go find some rabbits and get the hide. And this one gives you a pretty good amount of space. It's just like having doubled your inventory space. And there's the one from Axe Editions, which looks to be disabled for some reason. I guess there's a bug with it. But this one actually was pretty nice. They had a filtering system with it, so you can have this on you, and it would you can pick up items that are filtered, or avoid picking up items that were blacklisted. There's a void sack as well. So those are options. I don't know if there's any other versions. There might be other versions that I'm not finding, or I can't think of right now. So those may not be the only ones that are available. I guess Benny's Botany. Looks like a botanist, so that looks like the ones for plants and stuff. So what I'm going to actually work on is the basic backpack, because it's probably the easiest one to make. It just requires some leather and some wool, which we can get from string as well. So if I need to craft, if I need to plant a garden for the string, I can do that. And then it requires just a regular chest. I'm gonna work on getting this one ready and maybe upgrade it to iron, because iron, it just requires a little amount of iron and another chest to get even more storage space. And I'm gonna go for the storage emphasis, because even though this mod has been out for a long time in version 12, it does not seem like they are adding additional upgrades. In the older 1.10 version, there were a lot more upgrade options, so it made sense to go with the upgrade emphasis of the backpacks, which was a really nice option. Then you could get upgrades that added extra storage or filters, so it actually made it worth going for the upgrade emphasis. But in this particular pack, and actually this particular version of Minecraft, this has not been upgraded to include that. We only have the damage bar and the latch, which I'm not even sure what that does. Oh, locks everything but the owner. Okay. Oh, that actually reminds me that thermal expansion has something similar to this. They have a backpack type version of a mod. Yeah, these right here, these satchels. These are actually really nice too. These can upgrade as well, and you get even more space. And I believe they have a way to filter your items. So actually, you know what? We can probably go for the satchel. It just requires tin, a wool, and then 3 leather. Let's go look for our leather. I think I have some tin I can actually get going. Let's see, our tin is here. We have a pretty good amount of tin. I'm gonna get this smelting up right now. I don't think we're gonna conflict with anything in here. Put the tin in here. We can actually get rid of some of this iron. Alright, well that's smelting up. Let's go see how much leather we have, and I might have to go and grab some more leather. I have 2 leather. So we're going to go grab some more leather. And throw this all in here. Actually, I can get this smelting up. That 10 should be fine. Let's grab a couple of tin. And then one more leather and then a wool. I think I have enough string on me to get some wool. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll be able to craft this up. And just need one more leather. I'm gonna go find a cow, then I'll come back and then we will craft this up. Alright, I am back and we should have enough to build this. So let's build it out here. And then we can upgrade it, I believe. We need 3 tin nuggets. There we go. So let's see, we have, yeah, not a whole lot of space, but, you know, it works. The next one requires electrum, which we could do electrum. And Invar nuggets, it's not too bad. Then we'll move on to the other ones later on. And let's see, yeah, so I guess the highest one's resonant, which would have a pretty good amount of stuff. Press V to enable auto collect enabled. Okay. So we can enable auto collect and disable auto collect. This thing has not been growing. Huh. I think what all day without growing. Let's speed it up and see what's going on. I mean, it grows, but it doesn't tick very fast. It might be these trees. These trees might not be that best ones for this. Now the problem I had with, let's say like the regular oak trees, is that they have odd growth sometimes, where they'll grow sideways, and sometimes those axes don't always catch them properly. So that does become a problem. I did think about doing the dark wood, and I actually may switch to dark wood. I just need to make this a little bit bigger. So maybe, because they grow in a fairly big pattern. Those aren't growing either. These have been sitting here for a couple of days now. See if we can speed them up to grow. I don't think they require 4. I think they just require 1, don't they? Oh well, we'll see. If that doesn't work, then we can also go and get some spruce trees. Those typically grow pretty fast. Might be better to replace these iron ones with it, but I like the iron because we get the option to get in the little iron berries from this, which we could use in multiple different ways. All right, I'll just let it go, and then I'll come back and check. I'm gonna empty it out first, and then we'll see what we have in the near future. But I have seen this design work. I have tested it out in a test world, and it did work. So I'm not sure why it's not working now. So we'll check on it later. All right, so I think that's going to be it. We have our backpack now to where we can pick up items. A little bit of extra storage space to add it to our character, and it's going to be an episode. So next episode we'll tackle some further things, probably getting some power generation, and I'll go into a little more detail about that. But for now, we're going to call it an episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.